And we are live! We are live! Hey everyone, it is Kim Justice from All Out Livin'. Thanks so much for joining us for our TWTW Hangout. Now, we are here once again on another Tuesday to introduce to you two special guests that we have. And every single week we come here in order to inspire people to basically dream big, and then how to fulfill their dreams and make their dreams become a reality, because we have found a solution in order to, for me personally, make money while traveling so I can travel endlessly with my boyfriend Chris. We are currently in England right now. It's actually a pretty small town in England, and we are actually going to Stonehenge tomorrow. For those of you that know about Stonehenge, it's a big monument here in England, so we're excited to see that tomorrow. It's supposed to be 71 degrees, so we're excited about that. But that was kind of our dream, is we wanted to be able to travel the world and not have to come back to our jobs. I used to be a personal trainer, and working 60 hours per week became my routine, and I was basically at the beck and call of my clients. So I really wanted to find a way to make money in order to travel more, and then also build up a residual income so that way I could set up my business, really work hard in order to set it up, and then have a lot of it on like automation, because I read The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, and it just sparked this whole idea of financial freedom, residual income, making money online, and traveling the world. So I had this dream, and with our online business system, which you can access by clicking the button below, it became a reality. So we're here to share our results. We're here to share why we started this crazy online business, and how you, as a newbie, can be able to have the same thing that we did. You know, I have to put an income disclaimer out there. Our results don't guarantee your results. We decided to make a decision, work hard, and never quit. Because just like anything in entrepreneurship, there are going to be bumps and bruises, and you have to be able to come back from it. And if I had quit, you know, within a couple weeks of not getting results, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And I'm excited to say that I'm making money while traveling, and we're not going back to the corporate lifestyle. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. We also, you know, Dirk, Muriel, and I, we do this hangout together, and we could share our stories all day long, but we really love to mastermind. That's how we've been able to be successful, is because we mastermind with other groups of people, and we're able to share ideas, be completely transparent, and we're like a family. We're an online business, which seems lonely sometimes, but when we mastermind with other people, it's really cool to meet like-minded individuals who enjoy the same things, have the same dreams, and really you're kind of coming together in a big team and helping each other with our businesses. So I'm excited to introduce Ellie and Carol, and of course Muriel here. She's my co-hostess, and Dirk is actually off tonight. He is doing a lot of business things right now, so we're excited to see him rocking and rolling with his other businesses. And so Muriel, come on out, and I want you to share a little bit about your story, because you know, we can't emphasize enough that we're normal people. And Muriel was actually just explaining to Carol and Ellie about her past that happened in 2013, and she can share that with you tonight. So thanks, guys.
Woo! Thank you, dear Kim, my dear friend, for this nice, great introduction. And before we go, before we go to our special guests, Ellie and Carol, and I really can't wait to share their stories, to let them share their stories with you. I would like to take a quick moment to introduce myself. My name is Muriël, and
I live together with my my husband and 2 children in the Netherlands, in Europe. And as you can see, I have now Dirk next to me. He's doing other things. That's great about doing together our online business, that we can split up. And I do the Hangout today. And well, so I am a mom, and I'm 43 years old. It feels like I'm in the center of my life. And yes, we hit a bankruptcy, like almost very close at the end of 2013, when my husband Dirk messed his business up, buying a second restaurant, and it didn't survive in the tragic economic situation that time in Holland and in Europe and in the world. So there we were, almost on the streets. And I was a social worker. I work as social worker since I'm working, and I realized that moment that there was a thick pile of envelopes of, you know, because we had to pay all the taxes, and we couldn't, that we were this close on the street, and I couldn't save the situation with my social worker income. And although I had just a regular income, you know, I worked as a mom and a social worker. It always felt painful to leave my kids because I had to work outside of my house. But you know, we somehow dealt with it. But you know, this bankruptcy situation hit me very hard in my heart, because I knew I can't provide for my family. So something had to be done. And well, we started to look online for opportunities for a solution, and somehow we found the solution on the internet, perhaps the way you found us right here, by finding a link or a video, and something got our attention, and we just dived into it and grabbed it with both hands. And the online business industry we started to work in as entrepreneurs didn't only save our restaurant, the one we still had, but it also lifted our situation, because we created an online business that is now creating residual income for us as a family. So it didn't only save our situation for the restaurant, but it's also helping us to pay off our big debt of $300,000, and earn extra income just to do the things we like. And Dirk doesn't have to work that much in the restaurant anymore, because we earn residual income, so he can pay more people to work in his restaurant, so he can stay a lot of time at home with our family. So that's actually about me, about Dirk, about our family, and about how happy we are. And of course, I already explained a lot of benefits and how this online business system has been the solution for us. So I'm just a normal lady. I want to say girl, but I'm not a girl anymore. I'm 43, but I feel like a girl sometimes. But you know, I'm just a regular. I'm not special, and I had no technical skills, and raised and born in Holland, and work as a social worker. I run an online business, so that's pretty cool. So I think that's enough about me, and really thrilled that you are here watching our TWTW Hangouts, and feel very honored that we do this every week with Kim. We met within this online community. We work together with thousands of us. We work together, and that's so cool. And we will share more about that. And we give Ellie and Carol that honor to share a lot of things about that. So, Kim, I want to throw the ball back to you, so you can introduce Carol and Ellie, if you would love to do that. If you would like to do that.
Yeah, so I just want to touch on that again. So Muriël and I just want to share a quick story. So the great thing about this community, about this business, is that, you know, when you first start, you feel like you're alone. You're kind of, there's so much information, so many awesome trainings, and they tell you exactly how to get started. So you feel like you're on your own when you first start, but then every 3 months, you get the opportunity to go to an event, and the events are usually in the United States. There are people that are within our community that host their own events around the world, so that's great too. So I'm going to one in Bali actually in a couple months. So that's with my personal team, and you know, it's one of those great things about having this big community that you get to not only travel to the States, but you can travel then to other places around the world, and in order to meet with successful people. So anyway, Muriel and I, we did not know each other, and we actually know the same group of people, and we actually got roomed together. It was like a blind roommate situation, kind of like college or university all over again. So I got there first, and I was working away, and Muriel shows up, and she just looks a little tired, but she's so excited, and she walks into the room, and it was like instant connection. I mean, literally, I would think we were sisters in another life, because just how we worked out together, we ate all our meals together, we mastermind together, and since January, our businesses have gone through the roof, because not only masterminding with each other, but also working off each other's benefits or strengths, basically. So if we are weak in one area, the other person's strong in another area, and we're able to help each other towards a common goal, which is to help each other fulfill our dreams. So that's what's great about, you know, these relationships. And I mean, Muriel's family, I'm going to be staying with her and her family in like a couple weeks here. So it just is amazing, because Chris and I are traveling and we need places to stay, so why not with family, you know? So that's another thing with Ellie and Carol here, is I met them, I think Muriel met them right in January for the first time too, at the Vegas Mastermind.
Right?
Yeah, so we met Ellie and Carol. We are a part of the Superwomen Connection group, and the entire reason for this group is to empower women to not only be successful financially online and get financial independence. You know, that's probably the smallest part of it. The biggest part is empowerment, is instilling that power to be able to break away from maybe the corporate life, to be able to stay at home with their family, with their kids, to never put their kids in daycare, to also as a woman to be able to be independent and feel self-worth, because there are a lot of women out there that feel like they're not good enough, or feel like their dreams are not worth it, or that they're not worth their dreams. And so the Superwomen Connection group is exactly what it sounds like. It's to create superwomen. And so we are part of this group. We come every 3 months together to the events, and we have a breakfast with one another, and we also will pair off into accountability partners as well. And that's a big thing about these events, is we not only mastermind together, but we get stuff done. It's more about implementation than learning. And that's what our accountability partners are for within this Superwomen Connection group. So Ellie and Carol, I know Muriel and I, we kind of go off in a tangent, but we really love that you guys are here and sharing your story. And I've heard it, Muriel's heard it, but we really thought our audience would get a great benefit from hearing from you guys. And so if you wouldn't mind coming out and unmute Dean, if you could come out and if you could just share a little bit about your background and why you were looking for a way to make money online, basically. If you can just start with that, and then we'll go from there. Thanks.
Okay.
Wait, I'm going to tell you. So if you see me looking, no, I'm going to let you go first. If you see me looking around, all of a sudden we have a thunderstorm look like it's on its way here, and I'm watching the dogs. So if you see me looking like this every now and then, I don't want the dogs running under my desk with my wires. Okay, so go ahead, you start. Yeah,
I'll start. All right. I'm a baby boomer, first of all, obviously. So mostly the folks that I talk to in the business realm are baby boomers as well. But what happened was I lived in a different part of New York State, and because it was getting too populated and what have you, moved upstate, and I too am a social worker. So I had a lovely career. I was very happy with it. And when we moved upstate, I took a corporate job, still using my social work license, however. And it was fine in the beginning. I loved it. New people, new office, you know, all kinds of good things going on. And then, as time went on, the business got sold a couple of times, and it became more and more corporate-minded, if you will. And things started to change. The whole culture started to change. And with that, benefits were decreased, the workload was increased, the staff was decreased, and I was dealing with it because I too had a debt load from credit cards and what have you that you know, I was responsible for and needed to pay off. So I continued until came the point, I guess we all have our breaking point. They started messing around with my vacation time, and I wanted to go to these company events. And the first one I went to, okay. The second one, they started getting funky with it, and they said, oh, I don't know if you can have 3 days, you know, maybe you can have 2 days off, because it was so short-staffed. And at that point, I looked at Ellie and I said, that's it. I've had it. So I handed in my resignation, and Ellie, who was already in the online business, I joined in with her, and that's how the two of us that's how I got started in it, with Ellie. So I don't know if you want to talk about
my story is very, very different. You know, I didn't do anything by the rules. I guess, I mean, I did and I didn't. You know, I knew, like, when I was 12 years old, I wanted to have my own business. I just knew that. And I don't come from that. You know, my family were employees. But there was just, I think I watched them, and, you know, they, again, you know, we come from that baby boomer era, and I don't know if they're still teaching you folks this, but, you know, they taught us, get a good education, get a good job, work hard, and you'll be able to retire happily ever after. That is a lie. All right? But our parents got away with that. You see, we saw our parents live that. They didn't live high on the hog, but my father did retire, and my mother didn't work. So we did see that, but when it came to our lives, that disappeared. It disappeared. Pensions disappeared. You know, when the market crashed, people's 401s disappeared. It was crazy. So we were brought up in that way. But I remember watching them and thinking, even though they're telling me all this, thinking, I don't know, you people don't look too happy. Okay, so I didn't really want to do what they do. That didn't sit really good with me, you know. I did end up, it's not that I didn't work for anybody. I did for the first, I don't know, maybe 10 years after I got out of school. And then I moved upstate, and I was not online yet. It wasn't even, there was no online when I moved up here, right? I actually became a wood carver. So, I mean, I've done some crazy things, all right? And I've sold hot dogs in a hot dog cart, okay? I did what you needed to do, and always had a good time. I was a locksmith. Oh, please, I have so many stories. But in 1996, I got online. you know. And in a little while, after you start learning, I saw even then, which was nothing like it is now, right? There was eBay. eBay became a big thing. And a little bit, they were starting to do affiliate marketing. You know, Amazon came around. So, I mean, I did eBay. And actually, I mean, some of the stuff, we actually sold jeans to Europe. Germany was a country that bought a lot of our jeans. We'd buy jeans in a thrift store, okay, like for $1, and sell them for like $25, $30 these people were paying. We were like, what? I couldn't believe it. This is what they were auctioning off for. So I did that crazy stuff. I saw the potential there, you know. Then I learned how to design websites, so I did that for other people, and all my time was spent over there then doing it, and I started thinking, why aren't I doing that for myself? Why aren't I building websites for myself? You know, to make a long story short, in 2007, I got online my own. I fired my clients. I fired them all. I was like, I'm done, okay? So I'm going to do this for me. But I was already into personal development since I was probably 27 years old. I'm a few years older than that. And I'm not telling you, like Muriel told you how old she is. I ain't telling you how old I am. So I got online and I started blogging about law of attraction, because law of attraction changed my life, and I was coaching people in that. So I started blogging about it. I had no idea what I was doing. I knew nothing about SEO, keywords. I knew nothing, okay? I just was blogging. And I built a coaching business on there. So when people say, does blogging work? I go, I didn't even know what the heck I was doing, all right? You know, and I worked with people. That's why when you talk about community, this is so important. If people will get that, because I was working with people and I was helping them make huge changes in their lives. But here's what most people's sticking point was. They didn't like their job. All right, some of them didn't hate it, but they didn't really like it, and or they weren't making enough money. So, and every day they were going to that job, and in that angst with that community, that was the community that was feeding them, you know. So when we saw the opportunity that we're all in here with that community, personal development, and a vehicle to make extra money, and a vehicle that could replace your job. Again, we can't promise and we can't guarantee, but it's there and people have done it, and has a community like you folks are talking about that uplifts you, masterminds with you, supports you. If I ever see the downfall of people when they start changing their life, if they don't keep that community, I'm going to stick that, is going to hit you in the head.
I know. Boom.
If they don't keep that, I talk with my hands, right? If they don't keep that community going, all right, you can just watch that, because of the old mindset and the BS that we've been taught, and that's around in society today, you'll fall right back down. But if you can stay within that community, and somebody said right from the start, and you did, I think, right, never ever quit. Because you want to know what I believe you're doing? You're just quitting on a business at that point. You're quitting on yourself, on your dreams. Oh, don't quit on your dreams. Look, I'm sweating now. I talk so much. Open that door.
No, that's amazing, Ellie and Carol. Thank you so much for sharing that little bit. And it made me kind of, you know, every single day, when I wake up in the morning, I feel excited. Not just because, you know, we're able to fulfill our dream of traveling. You know, sometimes, like, especially the last 5 days, Chris and I have been kind of exhausted from traveling. We just want to, like, sit in a spot for a week, because we've been traveling nonstop for about 3 weeks now, and we want a vacation from our vacations sometimes. But still what gets me going with this business is just like waking up and I want to work. Like I want to blog, I want to do cool stuff and share it with the world. I want to teach people. I want to like, and that's what a lot of us share is like when you know, one of our big leaders in our group, she was on stage talking about this syndrome that she has. And at first we're thinking it's really serious, right? We're thinking, we're sitting there and we're like, oh my gosh, like she has this heart thing. And then all of a sudden she says some kind of make money syndrome. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was like
make money syndrome, something like that, yeah.
Right, right. And she talked about how she stays up at night, she can't sleep, she sometimes can't eat, she is waking up really early, and she gets this fluttering heartbeat, and you know, you're just sitting there at the edge of your seat like, what's wrong with this woman? I hope she's okay. And then she's just talking about her dreams, like every single day. She like goes to bed thinking about her passion. She wakes up thinking about her passion. And that's what our community shares, is that we are literally being able to make money in our passions. We're able to teach people, help people, mastermind with like-minded people, and get that satisfaction every single day. And you brought that up, like where you love it. You just love being in the community, because we share such passion for life, and that personal development aspect is a huge part of it. And that's the majority of our events, because what we see in this business, it's not about the technical stuff that makes someone successful. You know, the skill is a little bit, but it's the will versus the skill. You know, that's why we named this Hangout TWTW. It's the will to win. Okay, you have to have the will to win in order to fulfill your dreams. You have to be able to see an obstacle, be able to endure it, dust yourself off, and then get up and continue grinding until you make your dreams happen, because they will, as long as you don't quit. And Carol and Ellie are the epitome of that, is that they are literally making their dreams happen, because, you know, Ellie's been online since 1996, you know. Did she just stop when maybe other people started to get onto eBay and sell their own jeans? You know, maybe business went down a little bit, I don't know, but did she stop? No. She kept adapting, because that's the thing with online businesses. We have to adapt, and we have to almost be a step ahead, and that's what's awesome about our mentors, is because they're like 5 years ahead of everyone else in the industry, maybe 15 years. Like, that's how cool it is to be in the now and in the know of like what is changing in the industry, and we're actually making those benchmarks for, you know, people to come. So sorry guys, I just had to touch on that because it was so powerful what you just said. And I did want to ask a question about, so you've known about the possibilities of having an online business, and you've been successful online. You know, what is the biggest thing that you've seen in this community, in this, I don't know, how long have you been with our online business system?
2 years.
3 years?
2 years.
So since 2 years, okay. So you say you've been online since 1996. Carol, you've just kind of jumped on the bandwagon within the last few months. Okay, so Ellie, what was the biggest impact that our community, that our online business system was able to give you versus, you know, you said that you didn't know what you were doing in the past. You know, how has that shifted now?
When I got online, there was no systems in place, okay? So, you know, I spent thousands of dollars, I promise you, buying all kinds of products, trying to figure things out. Thousands of dollars. You know, and the truth is, most of them products were like, okay, they weren't that good. So I wasn't learning so much. So to have a system in place and just to see the products that we have, okay, that really does teach this, that's a huge difference. But the biggest thing for me is community. You know, I was in business for myself and by myself. That's difficult. It is. That's not empowering. That's damn exhausting. All right? I was doing everything and figuring it all out and doing my own testing, okay, and trying to stay ahead and figure this out and figure that out. When you come in here and you have a community that you can say to somebody, I'm not getting this, and they go, oh, I can explain this to you. You know, just like that. So simple. Yeah. You know, it's not about somebody having monetary value from you. Lots of times they don't. We're not. Okay? We're just in there. I'm in business still for ourselves, right? But not by myself. That is huge. And you know, if you want to waste a lot of time, go ahead out there and try it different. You know, I did it.
Yeah, I just want to add a little bit to that too. When I was so fed up with my job, I was really very desperate and frustrated and almost getting depressed at that point because I didn't know what else to do. I had no idea. You know, I had worked this career for decades and I had no other skills. I didn't know what else to do. And I knew, of course, that Ellie was in online marketing, but it didn't ring my bells. It wasn't of interest to me. I didn't like the business world. It was all preconceived notions, by the way, in my head, okay? But I didn't want any part of it. And then I was so desperate, I said, Ellie, let me go to one of those events with you. So we went to an event, and oh my God, within 3 days, by the end of the weekend, I was so taken with it that I was hooked, and I said, that's it. That's going to work for me, because of the very things that you've all been saying. People are so uplifting. People just like us, just like everybody else. That was I thought I was going to see these shiny suited guys with the big white toothy smiles and all that. But no, I saw people in jeans and just talking like we do, and whoa,
a very diverse group.
Yeah.
A very diverse group.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, all ages, right? From 18 to 80 plus.
Right.
All colors, all hippies, straight people, I was going to say. Well, them too, but, straight dressed people. It's like everything. Yeah. Some people look like they're in their pajamas. It's like, cool. I love that. I love a diverse community. When you have a diverse community, you have huge creativity. That's how, really. So I love that.
Right.
And I knew if I could get her to come, you didn't ask me, I asked you.
Well, whatever.
It was in Washington, D.C., so we could drive to Washington, D.C. from here. We're in upstate New York, about 6 hours drive. And I said, I never got to see the White House or the Lincoln Memorial, so I said, why don't you come? You can check this out. And then we'll go do some Washington stuff, because I knew I just needed to get her in the community. And I knew she'd be hooked.
Yeah. Yeah, the intention was to continue working for a while I shifted over into this business, and replaced my income, but it just reached the point where that wasn't going to work.
Cool.
Yeah.
So actually, Carol and Ellie, so you just because I had my moment of awareness, I hear an echo. Actually, do you hear it well?
No.
No echo. Okay, just talk on. So you covered the community thing in our that's great, and it helps us all to not feel alone, to be helped when you need people to reach out to you, to step out your comfort zone, to feel you can be yourself, get to become a better part of yourself. But for the newbies, new people in this business, or just people who jumped in this hangout, perhaps they are wondering, okay, I see a couple of people, I hear beautiful, nice stories, they share their experiences, their benefits, but okay, I want to hear facts, you know, I want to see what's in it for me. I know a lot of people think like that, they want to hear hard proof. So what I want to bring up, what I want to ask you is, because I once were online doing my blogging, my marketing things, and I found a video of you two, Carol and Ellie, where you shared your $3,000 day experience, because you were interviewed by Toby and Leila, to other persons, entrepreneurs active in working with this system. And because people want to know, who don't know what we are doing, perhaps they think they know what we're doing, but they have no idea what figures they can make. Here I have to put a real income disclaimer, because again, we cannot guarantee that you can make $3,000 a day like we can. But can you share what happened? What did you do in just a couple of sentences? How were you able to earn $3,000 in one single moment? It's a bit a tricky question, because I think
because I'm thinking, I don't know, you just show it to the right people, and people that step up and want more. I didn't even know it was happening, okay? I opened my email and I was like, what? And then looked again, and then looked again. And Carol works at our office at the other side of the house, and I'm saying, Carol, come here. Because we actually didn't know it was going to happen. Because when you're sharing this, and people make their own decisions, you know, you need to make the decisions that are right for you. People see their visions and their passions, and they know what they want to do. The people that want to do, and when they step up into doing more, okay, you can end up with, again, the results not guaranteed, but a $3,000 day. I never made $3,000 in one day in my life at that point, okay? And you can do that. And when you see that, you realize, oh, I can, not just I can do that, I can teach the people I work with how to do that. Teach it. And I didn't do nothing hard.
No, actually, someone who was connected with us with Ellie in particular through the law of attraction had joined in at a lower level and just upped it. Boom, there it was.
When you realize that, the power that the business has, and my whole thing is look, we all want to make money. That's how you pay your bills. That's how you eat, okay? But I wanted to help people change their lives and have it stick, okay? So when they can start making that kind of money and they have a community to support it, now you can get those life changes to stick, those beliefs. Because I get it. New people are here and they're like, I don't know if this crap works. You know, I hear that. But you can stay like that if you want, and you won't get the kind of email that we got. Or you know, there's that point that you go, I want more. I want more. And step up and step in. I know there's a button here, okay, because there's systems in place, which I didn't have years ago when I got online. There's systems in place. So we just had to follow the system.
And like you
what's
said,
great about that is you have, everyone's unique. So how you market, even though we're following the same system, right? So we are able to, we're shown step by step on how to generate leads, generate traffic, get sales, how to market. You know, there are a million ways to make $1 million, but what's great is every single person does it in a unique. You know, right, Ellie? You know, Carol, you might speak to someone differently than Ellie would speak to someone, and vice versa. That people, you're going to have people like you or vision as you. That's, I mean, how much is storytelling a part of your marketing? Because we talk about storytelling all the time. All of our leaders talk about storytelling. How is storytelling and just sharing your vision has helped people get that decision making and make decisions to work on their dreams?
Well, that's a good question. Actually, I tend to blog more than Ellie does, and Ellie tends to talk more than I do. So
She said that on stage too.
But as far as the blogging is concerned, I do find that as time goes on, I'm freer to speak my mind and say what I want to say to people. And of course, that includes telling pieces of a story here and there. And I find from the feedback that people do connect. They make the connection that way. And, it's like attraction marketing, if you will. And that's I think, probably one of the biggest pieces of blogging and some of the social media systems that you can use.
Right. Yeah, no, storytelling. But, people connect to stories. Stories are a gazillion years old, because we connect with each other. And that's really important. I might not have the exact experience that you've had, but I'm sure I've had a feeling similar, to you. So people want to be acknowledged. People want to be acknowledged. They don't want to be talked at. They don't even really want to be talked to. They want to be talked with. You want to talk with people. And if you're willing to tell your story and how things work for you, people get that. There's a give and a take there. There's a conversation going on, even if you're not able to sit down and talk at that moment to each other. You can do that from video. I do more videos and blogging. So it's really important, very important.
And also remembering. People will remember a story, whereas if you say, go to Google and click on this and click on, they're not going to remember that. But if you tell your story, they're going to remember that. They're going to, as we said, connect with that and relate to it.
Right.
Yeah, what I wanted to say about what you're sharing here, just to be sure that our viewers understand a little part of what we learn within this system, within this training that we are plugged into, which we can use as well in our online businesses, is that we learn actually how to attract other people instead of hunting other people down. That's what we hear about people who connect with Dirk and I, and I'm pretty sure people who connect with you, they say, wow, I feel so relieved that I don't have to ask my friends and family if they want to join my online business. Because we all learn by working with this system how to put value in front of the people who are actually already searching for it online by finding information in the Google search toolbar. Like they are searching for, like everybody is searching for answers on the internet, while we are learning how to create a solution for those people by telling stories, by giving the answers people are looking for. They actually find us. And everyone who's looking, who is ready to get started with us, if you get started with the same system as we are working with, people will be able to find you. And if you have something to promote, like a service or products to sell, or you decide to sell other people's products, you learn how other people can find you. And that is, I want just to bring this up because this is like a red line within all the stories I and all the answers that I hear Carol and Ellie are sharing here, and also what Kim shared. It's not only like a business system that's just a business system, but it has so much in it. It has so much trainings inside of it that you are able to use, learn, and implement it right away. And I wanted to mention as well about the blogging. Blogging, we call in our community, in our working with the business system, it's a marketing strategy, it's a marketing technique to be able, that other people will be able to find you. And if you learn where people are searching for and you write your blog post about that, people are able to connect with you. So it's so powerful that within our community there's a great blogging platform included. And blogging can say, I always say, blogging can save the world. You know, you can do so much with it. And I just wanted to mention it. I just wanted to mention it for extra, for people who are watching it and think, what are they talking about? What is the clue for being able to earn $3,000 in a day? So it's using strategies that is working right now on the internet with systems that are in place, because that's also what Ellie mentioned. We have systems in place. And sometimes I get a question. I wanted to share this short story that I needed to explain to somebody who was really unfamiliar with what we are doing. So I tried to make it, to share a story that it was that he would understand what was meant by using systems. And I said, okay, in the early days in the war, my grandma had no washing machine, okay? So she did all her laundry with her own hands. And it took time, it took a lot of water, it took a lot of space in the house, and she had to do all that work. But then the invention of the washing machine came, and she was able to buy one in the 70s. She had so much time for doing other things because that washing machine leveraged, it saved her time. So why should she still do the laundry with her hands while she could also read a book while the machine was doing the work? And then that person says, wow, now I understand what you mean by leveraging systems, because a washing machine is a system as well. So I just want to bring out to all the people who are not willing to understand that you can leverage systems to make life easier for you, to get work done for you. That is just a waste of your time if you're not open to understand that it's possible. And our online business system includes all the systems in place. I just wanted to bring that out. I couldn't wait to share that because that's the solution for all of us.
Yeah, you can't replace time. You can't. Oh. And why build your own website when you can have a website template pretty much already created, a blog already created for you that's optimized, that's SEO optimized, and you can spend about, I don't know, like depending on how in depth you want to go. I literally just spent an hour to customize it, so it was my personal brand. And I built a website, let's see, I didn't personally, I actually hired someone to build a website for me when I owned my own gym in 2011. I paid someone about $2,000 to build that website for me. And it was a great website, but I didn't know how to do anything to blog or change it or update it. Like, they literally created the website but didn't teach me how to keep it going, because the whole point is to be established on the internet. And if you're not creating new content, you're really not established on the internet. So I could have just paid, like a fraction of a fraction of that in order to have a template and customize it and have it already optimized, have it so user-friendly, because blogging, sometimes you get those writer block moments, and what's nice about our blog is, having that ability to press a button and it gives you like a topic or an idea to blog about, and then it optimizes it and like throws in some great keywords where it needs to be, and it's pretty cool how it works. And but yeah, why spend the time and reinvent the wheel and spend almost more money on trying to do everything yourself or create everything yourself or hire out, when you can have these systems to leverage off of, like Muriel said. And mostly people don't know that these exist, and they do. You know, we found these we found our mentors who have put these systems in front of us, and we saw them valuable for being our solution. And so it's been my solution for my my goal was to travel the world. My goal was to make money while traveling. My goal was to have more money coming home when we choose, instead of having to come home because we ran out of funds. And also to retire my boyfriend, which he's still like, he still is not in this recognition that he's retired yet. It's hilarious. But I mean, he's officially retired, as so am I. And the reason why we say we're retired is because we love what we do every single day. Yes, I have a business, but I still consider myself retired because I literally spend maybe an hour on my business a day now, after the first 90 days where I like spent the time to learn the skills and set my business up. And now I'm able to work like an hour a day, and sometimes more, sometimes less, and still bringing leads and sales, and people are buying my products, you know, because I leverage the systems and I have more money, or more money and more time to be able to go to the Roman baths like we did yesterday, or go see Stonehenge like tomorrow, and earn commissions while doing it, which is awesome to see on my phone, you know, while I'm like in this place and, you know, having fun, and there's money rolling in while I'm doing all of that. So I'm sure you guys have gotten the same thing where, like you said, that $3,000 day, you didn't even expect it to happen. You didn't have to trade time for that, you know? So, I mean, I can't believe that feeling. It's just amazing. Never would have thought.
Yeah, it is. It's a great feeling. And yeah, just the other day I was looking and I said, Ellie, where did this money come from? That's something online. And she said, oh, you didn't know about that? I said, no, I didn't know about that. So it just, like you say, you leverage it and it just comes in. Right. It's great. Going back to the blog for a moment, first of all, I love your analogy, Muriel, and I love how you said, Kim, that it's something that you have to keep alive with in order to keep it going. Actually, it's your real estate online, as I stole that from somebody else, but it's true. That's where your home is, as you said, Kim, online. And what was the other thing I wanted to say about it? It's your hub. It's you know, as you're doing the rest of your system, you can direct people right back to your blog, and that's your home base. That's where it all starts and ends.
Yeah, and Carol and Ellie, you guys give so much value in your videos, in your blogs, that, you know, you're able to write about what you love, and you're able to help people. And how does it feel to be able to earn an income doing that? Like, not only an income, but a life-changing income, like a, you know, $3,000 days.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, that to me is what life's about.
Yeah.
Okay, that was always my goal. When I was 12, and my parents are saying, do this, and I'm thinking, I don't think life's supposed to be like that. And kids know that, okay? Kids know that life's is supposed to be about joy. Life's supposed to be about dealing with that inner voice, okay? And life happens from the inside out. And so I watched them and thought, oh, damn, I don't want to do what you guys. Now, I was smart enough not to say that because I would have insulted them, okay? And they worked hard, please, all right? They did. But it's not that I don't want to. work hard. I want to work smart. I want to have a good time. I want to be with other people that are having a good time. I want to help other people have a good time. All right, let go of those chains of that BS that we're taught. And you can do that when you're within a community like this and a system like this, where you're able to talk about, yeah, this is what I love to do, and people get it. And who gets it with me can be different on who gets it with you, and who gets it with Muriel. So that it's not competition. We're all within here together. I'm all for, hey, whoever resonates with me is going to come over here. Whoever resonates with Muriel is going to go over there. To me, that's exciting. That's exciting. And $3,000 days are exciting too.
And as you said, it doesn't feel like work at all. It's a pleasure to get up in the morning or afternoon, whenever you get up.
Yeah.
That's another joy. And just get going on whatever it is you want to work on that day. And I use the word work again, but it's not work.
No.
It's creativity. It's development.
Right.
What would you like to give to our viewers? Just because we go to the end of this hangout, it's almost we're almost talking for 60 minutes already. Can you imagine? We're still not done with talking, but we have to start to quit on time. But what would you like to share with the viewers to help them to overcome the objection of getting started? Because you are getting great success. Your life has changed for the better. What do people need to know if they are still not sure about getting started?
Well, I'm going to say real quickly, and then I'm sure Ellie will embellish on that a little bit. Mindset, belief. I mean, we can do these things. It's possible. You did it. Kim did it. We're doing it. And we're not special people in any way. We're just ordinary people, and we're doing it. So you can do it. You got to believe it.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. It is. So, I mean, if you want to guarantee and you're going to sit there and be stuck, you're going to be stuck, all right? When you're watching, we're all different ages. I'm the youngest one here, obviously. And, all right, that's a lie. And, we're in different countries, okay? We're doing different things. We come from different backgrounds, and we're talking about how this works. And we're far from the only people that are talking about how this works. So there's that point of, and Thoreau said it, right? Most men live lives of quiet desperation. And I knew I never wanted that to be my life, because that in essence is what I was watching my family live. They weren't in depression, and they didn't, I think my father hated his job, but he didn't say that, okay? But it was just like this mundane life. And you have to be willing, and so it's mindset, because you have to be willing to step up and step out. You do have to step out of your comfort zone, because otherwise your comfort zone is like an old broken down slipper. It fits good, but it don't keep your feet warm because it's got holes on the bottom. You got to go buy new slippers, even though they might be uncomfortable for the day or two. And you've got to trust in the people that are here talking to you. I know that sounds weird online, but look we're like all hanging out with each other online. Just push the button. Life changing.
Oh shit, Ellie and Carol, you guys crack me up. I love it. And that's the thing too, like, we're all hanging out in either our living rooms or our kitchen offices.
I have my pantofels on. That's so awesome.
I know. I was just picking my toenails a little bit ago. And we're making money doing it.
Yeah, so before we go offline, I just wanted to mention a couple of things just to give you the last golden nuggets. People who are watching this, awesome that you watched it. If you find this video, this hangout somewhere in one of our blog posts, you can watch it as well. One of the important things that Ellie just ended with was mindset. You know, success is 80% mindset, 20% skill set. We all have that in our system. We have so many trainings that can teach you both. You know, we have the system in place. You've met us. There are thousands of other people you can relate to. And if you think, okay, I don't know, just take a decision, like Ellie said, get started. Get started. Get back to the person who brought you to this hangout. Connect with him or her, and just get started and decide that you will succeed. Because if we can do it, you can do it better, because we can help you. You know, we all help each other, and we feel excited. We can talk the whole night, but we won't, because we already talked for 60 minutes. Kim, I want to ask you to wrap it up, because you're really great in wrap it up.
Just push the button.
Yeah, push it. Go ahead.
Push it. Push it.
Push that button down below.
Oh goodness, guys, you crack me up.
It's great to be
But
here.
like literally, when you have, you know, you can have the chance to work with us. You know, come back to us. You know, message us on Facebook, email, however you got to this hangout. And you know, when you hire us to be your mentors, or you know, just send us a message. Like, we're totally reachable. You know, sometimes I don't have internet access. You probably saw me drop off there for a couple minutes, but like, we're all reachable, and we're not going to let you fail. Like, the only way you're going to fail is if you quit, but if you don't quit, we will never let you fail. Like, bottom line, we will be there to help you. So that's it. I'm Kim Justice from All Out Livin', and Muriel, love you. Great,
Love you.
great hangout. Carol, Ellie, can't wait to see you guys again soon. Have fun. I'm excited to read more of your blog posts and watch your videos. And thanks so much, guys, for joining us for as guests. I really had a lot of fun with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank
All right,
you.
guys, all out.
Thank you. Talk soon. Woohoo!